Did you and Alex break up?
What? Why?
He just walked into the party I'm at with another girl.
Oh my god, are you sure it's him?
100%. But wait, did you guys break up?
No, I just talked to him an hour ago.
Okay, don't freak out then. Maybe she's a friend.
Does she look like a friend? If he's cheating, I'm going to kill him.
She looks like a friend with benefits. They're all over each other.
What?
There's something else. It's really messed up.
What do you mean?
Promise you won't freak out. I know how you can get.
Just tell me.
He's wearing a bright green t-shirt, and on the front it says, Single AF.
My teeth grind together as I read the text. What's going on right now? Alex and I just made it official last month. How can he be cheating already? I race to my closet and grab the first thing I see. Then I text Maya on my way out the door. On my way.
Kylie, no. You're not feeling well.
I don't care. I'm not letting him get away with this crap. Which house are you at?
The varsity lacrosse house. Just try not to kill him, okay?
He'll be lucky to get off that easy. I break the speed limit on my way to campus, getting angrier with each mile. Not to mention, my head is swimming. Today I woke up with a pretty bad head cold. I didn't plan on going out tonight, so I canceled at the last minute. Clearly, Alex took it as an opportunity. Out of sight, out of mind, is it? We'll see about that. I press my foot to the gas. Maya is right to be worried. She knows how I get when I'm upset. She calls it dramatic, I call it passionate, but my parents call it my Godzilla mode. And now, Alex is about to see some teeth. My car screeches as I pull into a parking spot. I know I look as angry as I feel, because as I stomp up the steps to the lacrosse house, several students wisely step out of my way. When I open the door, the loud chaos of the party greets me. I search the crowd, and it doesn't take me long to find him. He's by the kitchen, arms swung over some girl. She's kissing his neck, and he's doing nothing to stop her. I see red. My hands clench into fists. Dirty, rotten, cheater. As if he can feel my wrath, he looks in my direction, and our eyes meet. I give him my sweetest smile, but let my rage pierce into him. He seems confused. It's as if he's wondering why I'm upset. Well, I'm going to enjoy setting him straight. He's about to wish he never messed with Kylie McCann.
Crap. My stomach drops as I text my brother. Bro, your girlfriend is here.
What? She told me she was sick. She's not supposed to be out tonight.
Well, something must have changed because I'm looking right at her. And from the way she's looking at me, I think she thinks I'm you.
Crap. This is gonna ruin everything.
What do you mean ruin everything? Alex, what did you do?
Are you still with Layla?
Yes, she hasn't left my side all night.
Are you still in the t-shirt I gave you?
Yes, but now that you mention it, why did you make me wear this? This isn't a stoplight party. No one else is in red or green.
Okay, don't get upset, but...
Oh, great. Here we go. What did you do this time, Alex?
I want to break up with Kylie. I'm desperate. I knew her friends would be at the little cross house tonight, and they don't know I have a twin. So I was hoping they'd see you, think it was me, and tell her. Then she'd break up with me over text, since she's sick.
Are you kidding me? Why didn't you just break up with her in person?
I was scared, okay? You don't know how she can get.
You've had a lot of stupid ideas, Alex, but I think this is your worst one ever. And how could you involve me in this and not tell me? Again.
I'm sorry, but what's done is done. If she comes up to you, I need you to take one for the team.
Wait a second. Is Layla even interested in me? Or did you just pay this girl for your master plan?
Never mind about Layla. What's Kylie doing?
Nothing. She's just staring at me from across the room. I'm kinda scared.
Huh. I'm surprised she hasn't made a scene. But then again, she never does what I expect. She is psycho. It's actually kind of hot, now that I think about it.
You're out of control. I can't believe you would do this to me. To her.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I was desperate.
Were you actually? I'm not sure you understand the meaning of that word. You need to deal with this problem yourself. I'm leaving.
Probably for the best. I bet she'll realize it's not me if she gets any closer.
Oh God, too late. She's coming over.
I don't know who Alex is texting, but I have this sudden urge to crush his phone under my foot. I slowly make my way toward him, and as I get closer, I start to realize something is off. Is it his hair? It's usually messy, but tonight it's combed down, and his arms look weird too. Did he get more muscles overnight? I watch as he leans over and whispers something in the girl's ear. He glances at me one more time, then turns tail, disappearing down a side hallway. For a moment, shock freezes me in place. I can't believe it. He's running from me. What a coward. I race to follow. I turn into the hallway, right in time to see him run into a bathroom. Just before the door closes, I shove my foot in to stop it. I'm in full-on Godzilla mode now. Alex, open this door.
No, I've got to use the bathroom. It's an emergency.
I'll show you an emergency. I shove with all my strength and manage to claw my way inside. I've been too sick to eat all day, so the struggle makes me lightheaded. But I ignore it. I slam the door closed behind me and lock it. Then I turn to face him, head reared back.
Hi.
My eyes snag on his shirt. Single AF? I'll show him single AF. I'm just about to lay into him when I notice his arm. Alex has a tattoo on his bicep, and the person in front of me does not. How can that be? What is... The truth hits me like a brick to the head. The boy standing in front of me isn't Alex. It must be his twin, Danny. Is this just a misunderstanding? I haven't met Danny yet. He goes to another college nearby. I'm just about to apologize, but then Alex opens his mouth.
I want to break up.
He backs away, toward the shower, his eyes wide as saucers.
Sorry you had to find out like this. I know this is seriously douchey. I guess I just, wanted to rip the Band-Aid off quickly.
The voice I'm hearing is low and deep, nothing like Alex's higher pitch. So if I wasn't convinced it was Danny before, I'm positive now. Why would he be pretending? The second truth of the night suddenly hits me. I think back on a conversation I had with Alex a few weeks ago.
Can't ask for a better twin than Danny. He sat in on an exam for me. He took my driving test for me. I mean, he even broke up with my first girlfriend for me.
I start breathing heavily as the pieces are falling into place. I know exactly what's going on here. Alex is trying to break up with me, and instead of being honest, he's having his brother do it. He's embarrassing me in front of everyone, just so I'll take the hint and end things. It's just the sort of stupid plan Alex would come up with. Oh my God. I walk over to the toilet seat and sit down. I'm totally thrown off my game. Danny is tense. He's probably wondering if I'm going to recognize him for what he is, an imposter.
Listen, Kylie, you're much better off without me. I'm not mature enough for a relationship. You deserve someone better.
I blink up at him, unsure of what to do. Do I call him out? Put an end to this whole charade? The answer comes to me instantly. Forget that. They want to play games? I'll play games. I sigh loudly, mentally get myself into character. Then I transform my expression into one of sadness. I think I know what brought this on, Alex. This is about what happened the other night, isn't it? There's a silence. I can feel Danny's confusion. He obviously has no idea what to say. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. There are pills you can take. Early onset erectile dysfunction isn't as rare as you think. Danny's jaw drops open.
What?
And I'm sorry all the condoms I bought were too big. We can find your size. There has to be some company out there that makes them. Danny's eyes are so wide, I'm half expecting them to roll out of his head. I can barely contain my laughter, so I put my face in my hands to hide it. Danny swallows loudly, then he clears his throat.
It's not because of that stuff. I swear, it's just because I'm not ready for a relationship.
His voice is rife with discomfort.
I think I should just go, okay? I'll leave the party. I'm really and truly sorry about this, but...
No. I stand up and start walking toward him. Danny nearly falls into the shower trying to back away. Don't go, Muffin Top. We're not done talking about this. I give him my most passionate stare, and he withers under it.
There's nothing left to say. My answer is, not gonna change.
I pout. So, you're really set on this then?
Yes?
That's too bad. I really thought we were connecting, Alex. You know, emotionally. I run a finger down the center of his chest. Danny watches it like it's on fire. But when we both look up at the same time, and our gazes catch, an unexpected bolt of energy passes between us. His eyes darken a bit, and my body reacts. I quickly pull my finger back. Whoa, what was that? Danny shakes his head for a second, as if to clear his thoughts.
You think so? I'm not really an emotional guy.
How can you say that? You cried in my arms last week. I thought it was so refreshing. Mufasa's death still hits me hard too. Danny's face contorts with a mix of shock and horror. I want to laugh, but I'm starting to get lightheaded again. I close my eyes for a second, trying to blink away the fog. Then I shake it off and turn back to Danny. Look, if you want to break up, that's fine. But can you do just one more thing for me? Danny looks incredibly nervous, but he must see the light at the end of the tunnel because he nods.
What is it?
I run my tongue slowly over my lower lip. Then I put my hands on his arms. I can't help but squeeze a little. Danny is in much better shape than Alex. But muscles are not what's important here, so I push the thought from my mind. Kiss me. Just one more time. Danny shakes his head immediately.
I don't think that's such a good idea. I think we should just make a clean break.
Clean break? I fist his t-shirt in both my hands. This break has been anything but clean. Wouldn't you agree? I use the leverage of my hands to slam his body flush with mine. He tries to back away, but he's pressed to the wall at this point. There's nowhere to go. Come on, baby. One more kiss. You know you want to. Danny blows out a choppy breath. His eyes are glued to the ceiling. He must be so uncomfortable right now. I should be enjoying this. But my vision is starting to get pretty blurry. I feel like I'm losing my balance, and I sway lightly on the spot. There's a pause. Then Danny reaches out to steady me. Genuine concern flashes in his eyes.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine. But I'm not fine. I should be in bed, not dealing with this crap.
Your face just went pale. Maybe you should sit down.
I sway again. No, please not now. This can't be happening now. Danny moves to guide me back over to the toilet seat, and I'm feeling weak, so I let him.
Seriously, what's wrong? Did you drink too much?
I shoot him a glare. Why would you ask that, Alex? You know I don't drink. His face falls. Our eyes meet and hold. I let accusation shine in mine. But then my vision clouds. I see stars, and everything goes black. When I wake up, Alex is standing over me. Wait, not Alex. Danny. I sit up slowly and take in my surroundings. I'm in some random room. Where am I?
You passed out in the bathroom, so I carried you out. A girl named Maya directed us upstairs. I was freaking out, but she said you're probably just dehydrated. She went to get you some water.
Great. I passed out in front of Alex's brother in the middle of the greatest revenge plot of all time, and now I'm lying in dirty lacrosse player sheets. Can this night get any worse? Ugh. My head is still cloudy, but it's not as bad as before. Still, I flop back down on the bed, mentally and physically exhausted. The mattress dips beside me when Danny sits down.
You know who I am, don't you?
I regard him carefully. He looks as if he's drowning in guilt, and frankly, I'm too exhausted to summon my anger. Of course I do. I'm not stupid. Although clearly Alex thinks I am. He runs a hand over his face.
Yeah, well, you're not alone. Apparently he thinks I'm stupid too. But I should have known better.
So what was your guys' big plan exactly? You pretend to be Alex. I roll my eyes. So he doesn't have to deal with any of this, of course. And then embarrass me in front of everyone? Publicly humiliate me with another girl? So it would get back to me? And I'd have no choice but to break up with Alex myself? Danny's forearms are resting on his knees, his head hanging low.
That was his plan. I didn't know anything about it. Not until I saw you tonight.
I wince. That's a little hard to believe. He turns to me, his eyes earnest.
I swear it's the truth. He told me this girl, Layla, was interested in me. Said she wanted to meet me at a stoplight party. One the lacrosse players were throwing. He gave me this t-shirt and everything.
I eye the stupid shirt disdainfully.
I didn't even question it. I thought it was going to be a fun night out with my brother. God, maybe I am pretty stupid after all.
He shakes his head as if disgusted with himself. I ignore the way my heart thumps with sympathy at his words. I shake my head. This still doesn't make sense, though. Why would you pretend to be him in the bathroom, even after I said something to you? Wouldn't you have put it together by then? He turns his eyes to me. They're full of regret.
I'm especially sorry about that. I panicked, and the only explanation I really have is that old habits die hard. I've always gone to bat for Alex in the past. He's my older brother.
I curl my lip in disgust. That's pathetic. What is he, older by like 2 minutes? Danny's face is the picture of defeat.
I know it's a stupid excuse, and I don't expect you to understand. It's just, Alex is the outgoing one, the popular one. He's the alpha, I'm the beta. I guess I've just always taken his lead.
More of the fight leaves me at his words. Even though we've only been dating for a little bit, I know how persuasive Alex can be. He's the alpha in our relationship, too. I blow out a tired breath. No, I can understand that, actually. Alex can be charming. I've noticed that in the past month. He makes it hard to say no to him. Danny and I stare at each other for a moment. Then he nods. That intense energy passes between us again, and I know we both feel it, because we look away at the same time. Ugh, what a mess. I rub a hand over my forehead again, still a bit woozy. Danny clucks his tongue and looks around the room. Then he walks over to a mini fridge in the corner.
Here, there's an unopened water bottle.
I don't want to take anything from him, but I do need the hydration. I suck the water down, watching Danny watch me.
Look, what I said in the bathroom is true. Alex is too immature for a relationship, and he was too immature to end things properly, because he was afraid of your reaction. You deserve better than him, Kylie.
His eyes scan over me.
Way better. You're completely out of his league.
I sigh. I obviously don't care about his compliments.
No, I don't just mean your looks. You said it before. Most people don't say no to Alex. None of his girlfriends have, but you do. He's told me about that. And I think you've made him a better person because you do. He's just too stupid to realize it.
I scoff.
No, come on. Isn't it true you pushed him to study for his midterms? Because I've never seen him crack a book open in his life.
I laugh. Yes, that's true. I had to promise to bake him cupcakes, though. Danny's eyes shine.
Those were your cupcakes he had in the fridge?
I nod.
They were delicious. I ate like 7.
Despite myself, I smile. Thanks.
And when I came over tonight, I couldn't believe how clean his room was.
I scowl. You should have seen it 2 days ago. That place was vile. I told him if he didn't clean it, I wasn't stepping foot in there. Danny laughs.
Well, it definitely worked. And trust me, I know how bad it can get. We shared a room growing up. A lot of the time, I was left cleaning up his mess.
His words hover in the air, heavy with meaning. I take in Danny's profile, feeling like I understand him better. He suddenly shakes his head as if baffled.
He's a world-class idiot, letting a girl like you go. But that's my brother. I don't know if he'll ever grow up.
Danny's lips thin. His voice is laced with conviction. His eyes flashing with a hint of anger.
Not that you care. but this is the last time I ever let him rope me into something. It stops here. I learned my lesson.
I don't respond, because I'm thinking the same thing about Alex. It's time I end this relationship. I'm overloaded with emotions and feeling completely unsettled, but Danny suddenly looks at me so deeply that I feel grounded. What happened tonight, it doesn't have to mess with my sense of self.
You seem like an amazing girl, Kylie. You should find someone who appreciates it.
He looks away, suddenly shy.
If I had a girl like you, someone clever, passionate, and gorgeous, I'd treat you right.
Oh God, this is Alex's brother. His words shouldn't warm me, but they do. I'm lightheaded again, but for different reasons. I can't help but stare back at Danny, getting lost in his eyes. Eyes that are like Alex's, but so much kinder, more soulful. And we're gazing into each other's eyes like this when Alex bursts into the room. The door slams against the wall as Alex rushes in.
I changed my mind. I don't want to break up.
But when he sees Danny and me on the bed, he stops short. Then he has the nerve to narrow his eyes.
Wait, what's going on here?
And that calm feeling Danny just gave me, it leaves me at the sight of Alex. My blood starts rushing. Godzilla mode activates. How dare he? How dare he burst in here after the stunt he pulled tonight? How dare he say he wants me back? For a second, I grip the sheets in pure anger. And then I make a snap decision. One I'll probably have to apologize for later. But Alex deserves a taste of his own medicine. So I reach up to Danny and pull him down toward me. I cup the back of his neck, shove my fingers through his hair, and crush his mouth to mine. So hard and so passionately that it nearly steals my breath away. But I don't care. I'm too consumed by adrenaline. At first, Danny is unresponsive, and I can taste the shock on his lips. But as I move against his mouth and shamelessly press up toward his body, he gives in, and suddenly, he's kissing me back. The energy that has been hazy between us all night clicks into place, and then things start to spiral out of my control. I try not to get distracted by how soft his lips feel, by the soothing sensation washing over me, but Danny is making it impossible. I thought the kiss would be awkward, but it's not. It's definitely not. When I pull back in surprise a few seconds later, I'm a bit dazed. Danny is too, if the baffled look on his face is any indication. Alex's sputtering draws me back to the present.
Kylie, what do you think you're doing?
I shoot up from the bed, feeling like I'm on fire. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm kissing my boyfriend. Alex throws his hands wildly in the air.
That's my brother Danny. I'm your boyfriend.
I growl. I actually growl. You're nothing to me. After what you tried to do tonight, we're done. His eyes flicker with shame.
It was a mistake. I don't know what I was thinking.
You weren't thinking, Alex, especially not about me. You embarrassed me, tried to hurt me, and tried to manipulate me. If you wanted to break up with me, you should have just told me. Instead, you tricked your brother into doing it. You're a child, and I date grown men. I can't be with you. I trap his gaze with mine and let him see the hurt I feel. But if I'm being honest with myself, I'm not as hurt as he probably thinks. Alex and I have only been dating a month. I'll get over this. So when he puts a soft hand on my arm, I'm more annoyed than anything else.
Kylie, come on. I know you're upset, but let's talk about this.
Is he serious? And did I seriously ever like this clown? No, it's over. We didn't have anything in common anyway.
I know, but...
Suddenly, Danny steps in front of me. He puts a hand out toward his brother.
She said no, Alex. Just walk away.
Alex's face transforms with condescending anger as he looks at Danny. The tension in the room amplifies. I've never seen that expression on Alex's face before, and it makes my stomach dip. There's some serious anger between these two brothers. Should I have just let this whole thing drop? Maybe I should have walked away.
This isn't any of your business, Danny. Stay out of it.
It is my business. You dragged me into this mess, just like you always do.
Alex takes a menacing step forward.
What's that supposed to mean?
Danny steps forward too, matching him toe to toe. I try to step between them, but they don't notice me. The guilt I'm already feeling starts to build. Should I sneak out the door?
Alex, I'm done doing your dirty work. I'm done being used by you.
Alex rears back in shock. His next words cement the fact that he really doesn't get it.
So helping out your brother is being used now?
Helping? Is that what you call it? Because you've gotten me into trouble more times than I can count, and you don't even care.
Alex rolls his eyes as if Danny is a nuisance.
Danny, just shut up and get out of my way. I need to talk to Kylie.
But Danny doesn't get out of his way. And by the confusion on Alex's face, I can tell it's not something that happens often.
No, you have no right to even look at her. Frankly, neither do I. Not after what we did.
Alex still doesn't take the hint. He just looks at his brother in disgust.
Some brother you are. I can't count on you for anything.
The temperature in the room grows cold. Alex's words hit deep. I suddenly start to feel sick to my stomach. Danny's nostrils flare, but he stands his ground.
You need to take a look at yourself, Alex, because that's the only person you care about. You don't care about Kylie, and you sure don't care about me.
Danny sighs, running a hand over his head.
Kylie said she was done with you, and right now, I am too. I love you, but you need to start to treat me as a person, as a brother. And until that happens, I'm done.
I shift my feet awkwardly. As I watch them stare each other down, my gut is twisting. This thing between them is deep. Deeper than my 1-month relationship with Alex. Deeper than anything that happened between Alex and any girl. I don't have a right to be here. And I didn't have a right to stir up trouble between them. It's not about me. I put a hand on my stomach, but it does nothing to stop the churning. I'm gonna go. I find myself looking at Danny. I'm sorry. And with that, I rush toward the door and leave them both behind. After I text Maya that I'm leaving, I stumble toward my car, leaning against the hood. I drag a tired hand down my face. I feel awful, racked with guilt. My silly revenge plot suddenly feels stupid. There's clearly a lot going on between Alex and Danny, and my actions, especially that kiss, just made it worse. Seeing the hurt on Danny's face was tough. I only had to deal with Alex's manipulation for a month, but Danny's had to deal with it all his life. And it probably hurts so much more coming from a brother. A twin, no less. I should have just broken up with Alex over text. It would have been easier on all of us. Sighing, I open my car door, and I freeze when I hear footsteps behind me. I know instantly that one of them must have followed me. But when I turn around, it's not the brother I'm expecting. Danny. His eyes are sad as he looks me over.
Are you okay?
I ignore him and ask him a question that feels more important. Are you? He blows out a long breath.
Actually, I am. It felt good to get all that off my chest. It was a long time coming.
My guilt still sits in my stomach. Are you sure? Because while he deserved to hear all that, I feel like I made the situation worse, and I'm sorry for doing that. Danny shoves his hands in his pockets, a wry smile on his lips.
I'm sure. You have nothing to be sorry for, Kylie. Honestly, the way you stood up to Alex proved that you're not going to be under his spell any longer. And it inspired me to stand up to him too.
I nod, taking his words to heart. I knew he was kind of immature, but I had no idea it was this bad. I'm glad I found out sooner rather than later. Danny doesn't answer. He just stares at me. I know he wants to say something, so I wait.
I hate that this happened to you tonight, Kylie. And I hate that I had a part in it.
I reach out and put a comforting hand on his arm. I appreciate you saying that. And while there's no hope for Alex and me, I hope you work things out with your brother. He sighs.
Alex and I will probably make up. We always do. I saw something in his face tonight, and I'm hoping I finally got through to him. I think he knows that things are going to be different from now on. He's a good guy, deep down. He just needed a wake-up call.
I can feel the conviction in Danny's words, and hope that for his sake, he's right. We stand there in a comfortable silence, both of us reflecting over the events of the night. A sudden memory of Danny's surprised face flits across my mind, and I start laughing. Danny looks taken aback.
What's so funny?
I let out an unladylike snort. Earlier in the bathroom, the look on your face when I mentioned the erectile dysfunction and the small condoms. Danny slaps a hand to his forehead as if mind blown.
Crap, that's right. Is any of that stuff true?
I'm still shaking with laughter. I wouldn't know. Alex and I haven't even slept together. The relief on his face makes me feel giddy, but I ignore the feeling because this is Alex's brother. He's completely off limits. When I saw you tonight, I knew you weren't Alex almost immediately. So I decided to try and beat you guys at your own game. He grins widely. It's the first time I've seen him smile like this. It kind of looks like Alex's, but there's a warmth behind his eyes. One that Alex doesn't have.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Well, you definitely had me fooled. I started questioning everything I knew about my brother.
I laugh again, and he does too. How Danny and I can be laughing at a time like this, it's a testament to the comfort we feel with each other. But I can't let myself think about it. The thought sobers me up. I actually owe you another apology for kissing you like that without warning. My gut starts churning again. I used you, just like Alex did.
Yeah, well, I didn't mind that one so much.
Danny's cheeks are bright pink, and I try not to fixate on his mouth, but it's hard because kissing Danny was 10 times better than kissing Alex ever was. I have the sudden urge to tell him so, but hold it back at the last minute. Not sure if that's the right thing to do. I should go. His eyes widen.
You can't drive. You just passed out.
I'm fine, but he reaches down and grabs my keys.
I'm going to drive you home. It's the least I can do.
He's probably right. So I nod. I let him lead me around to the passenger side door. When he opens it for me, I can't help but smile. You know, Alex never opened doors for me. Danny shakes his head in annoyance.
I think we've established he doesn't know how to treat a girl like you.
Once I'm settled in the seat, he bends down to check on me.
Are you comfortable? Want me to adjust the seat so you're lying back?
I smile at his words. No, I'm fine. He scans my face as if to make sure I'm telling the truth. Then he shuts the door. As I watch him walk around toward the driver's side, I can't help but wish it was Danny I met a month ago. He's clearly the nicer twin, the more thoughtful one, the more mature one, the type of guy who checks on a girl to make sure she's okay. And after that kiss between us, there's no denying we have serious chemistry. Danny gets in the car and starts the engine. Then he turns to me with a handsome smile. I smile back, wishing I could kiss him again. I think he's thinking the same thing, because his eyes are on my lips. But then my stomach growls, ruining the moment between us. We both laugh. Sorry, haven't eaten today. That's probably why I passed out earlier. He goes to say something, then stops. He shakes his head as if clearing a thought. And then we pull out of the parking lot in silence. We're halfway to my house when he suddenly swerves to the side of the road. Danny, what's wrong? He turns off the car and faces me. He licks his lips nervously.
Can I take you to get something to eat? Like, as a date?
I blink a few times, letting his words sink in. They're heavy, and I want to say yes so badly. But can I really go out with him? Should I? I lick my lips nervously too, tasting the chemistry there, that spark between us. Would it be so wrong? My eyes travel from his face to his lips to his shirt. Single AF, it reads. I chuckle at the irony, then reach up and put a hand on his cheek. I don't think that's a good idea. His face falls. I'm really not feeling well, so I'm just going to have some soup at home. I think that's for the best anyway, since everything's so fresh. He nods once, like the perfect gentleman he is, but I don't torture him for long. Maybe we could go out next weekend? His whole face lights up, and I know mine matches his, because why shouldn't I go out with him? Danny isn't off limits, because Alex and I were totally wrong for each other. And not to mention, I'm single AF.